Good afternoon, Senior O'Brien. How are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, so I just have a question for you. What are some things you wish you knew before you came into ALS?
So there's actually a few things that I wish I had known before coming to ALS. The biggest one for me was leadership styles. Prior to this, all I knew is that there might be good or bad leaders. I didn't realize there are actual terms for the different ways we lead. And for example, good leaders are people who actively care for their airmen and their subordinates, whereas bad leaders tend to be the ones that don't really take charge but rather tell people to go do things. The second biggest thing that I wish I had learned before coming to ALS was more tips and tricks for public speaking. So it's a huge part of ALS that I wasn't prepared for. It's not something that many people had mentioned to me, and one of the items that I heard about in ALS that I'd like to be able to go and participate afterwards was Toastmasters, but I could have definitely used their help before ALS. The last thing I wish I had known about before coming to ALS was how to use Microsoft Word. A number of my peers and I had come across issues with using the program because most of us deal with pen and ink and paper and not the computer programs that we utilize in ALS. So Google has been our best friend in many cases.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, I'm doing great. Hey, I just have a couple questions for you. Actually, a single question. What are some things you wish you knew before you came into ALS?
Some things I wish I knew before coming to ALS was that we'd be spending more time on bullets. Before coming to ALS, I was actually told the opposite, that we weren't going to be spending as much time on bullets. And I was told that coming to ALS, we'd be expanding on some of the stuff that we've been doing, going into detail, making it come to light, and giving a name to some of the stuff that we've actually been applying for those who are working hard.
Good afternoon, Aaron Flores. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good. I just have a quick question for you. What are some things you wish you knew before you came into ALS?
I wish I knew we'd be doing as much speaking as we did. Had I known, I probably would have prepared a little better. It was a little bit overwhelming, but we got through it, so yeah.
Good afternoon, Aaron Mackin. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good. I just have a short question for you. What are some things you wish you knew before you came into ALS?
I think the biggest thing would be just networking. I really didn't understand the importance of talking to airmen from other career fields prior to coming to ALS, and I think that could have been a bigger tool for me as a younger airman, since I had a lot of problems I could have been taken care of from people with different perspectives. On top of that, just coming into ALS, the different system requirements, I should say, for bringing in your own personal computer. I wish I would have known, those particular like Adobe, Microsoft Word requirements before coming here, so I could have been better prepared. But that's about it.
Good afternoon, Aaron Cole. How are you doing?
Doing quite all right yourself, sir.
I'm doing great. I just have a short question for you. What are some things you wish you knew before you came into ALS?
Before I came to ALS, I felt that you have to come to ALS to become the staff sergeant that you want to be. I now realize that I had all the skills necessary to be in the leadership role before I came. My skills have only been sharpened since I've been here. I've been reminded of things that I haven't touched on since basic, and I've had other skills that I could have used daily. I'm now able to employ them day in and day out.
Good afternoon, Aaron Wallace. How are you doing?
Good, sir.
Hey, sir. I just have a quick question for you. What are some things you wish you knew before you came into ALS?
Something that I wish I would have known before I joined ALS is understanding that ALS is mostly a class that will help you get a good foundation. Pretty much what I mean by that is, before I joined ALS, I pretty much had a toolbox. I expected ALS to provide me tools, and for me to utilize those tools towards certain airmen to handle certain situations. However, upon joining, pretty much ALS gave me a bigger toolbox and told me that I can really make my own tools through experiences. And pretty much also to my further future airmen, have an open mind when you come inside here. Hopefully when you come inside here, you don't become disappointed and just absorb all the material given.
Thank you. Yeah, I did, and it wasn't anything like that. So most people when they come out, they probably record me. Most people when they get here, they think that they're going to be Death by PowerPoint, or they're just gonna come and learn about things that they already know. Yeah, you learn about things you already know, right? But you go a little more in depth about what you're learning. As far as leadership styles, we had a student there who talked about leadership styles. There's a specific leadership style, specific people you don't really know, right? You just know bad supervisor and a good supervisor. You know why they're bad, only because of your opinion, and you don't know why they're good, only because of your opinion. So getting here, like you said, sharpen your tools and get to know ALS and the Air Force on top of the little things that you already do.